all the other ukulele players who have a Romero Creations ukulele, and you're so happy and it sounds beautiful, and then you go to change the strings. What the heck? Where does the string go? The amazing thing about Romero Creations is that the string goes all the way through the bridge and through the soundboard and out the other side, and there's a little knot tied on the end and sometimes a little bead tied onto that so that it doesn't pull through the hole. The cool thing about that is that the string is connecting to the soundboard directly. Every other instrument design for ukuleles, the string is tied to the bridge. The bridge is glued on. So you might have heard those horror stories of people leaving their ukuleles in the car, or somebody sits on it on a couch and it goes flop and the bridge pops right off from, the glue or whatever. Well, in this case, you're never going to have that problem because the string goes all the way through, so it's not putting pressure directly on the bridge. So taking it up into an airplane and shipping it overseas and all these things, you don't have to worry that the pressure of the string is going to pop that baby off. But the really cool thing about it is that it's connected directly to the soundboard. The whole science behind the instrument is that the string vibrates and it makes the wood vibrate, and that vibration creates a sound which we can hear coming out through the sound hole because it's all inside this echoey cave. So when the string that's making that vibration is connected directly to the soundboard, then you're going to have the ultimate resonance of the soundboard, and that's what we're always looking for. In a lot of instrument models, it just goes from the string to the bridge, and the bridge is glued to the soundboard and it transfers the vibration. So it's really cool that we have these, and I'm going to show you how to restring them. Okay, I've got my Romero Creations STL. This is the laminate travel version of the ST Concert. And I'm going to try out these new Pepe Romero baby baritone ukulele strings. The bead can be problematic because it can rattle up against the inside. But for the A string especially, you're going to probably want it because I've had the A string pop right back through a whole bunch of times. So I've already loosened my string here with my string winder. Save you some time. And now I'm going to unwind it from the top first. Now that I've disconnected the A string from the top, I'm going to feed it through the hole. Now this can be problematic. Sometimes it gets stuck because the pressure, and there's just a knot on the other side and it's pulled through. So if it gets stuck and you can't push through, you can get a little safety pin, very, very small safety pin, and you can put it right through that hole. As long as it's smaller than the hole, then you'll be just fine. And I can see it feeding right through here. So this one had a bead on the end, which I think is really nice, and it's probably going to work even better than this bead because this bead's awfully large. So I'm going to go ahead and use this metal bead again. Okay, so I've got my bead and I've got my string. I'm going to set my bead down. First I have to feed the string through. So I feed it through, and I feed and I feed and I feed until I can see it. And it pops right out the other end because it's already curled, you see? So now I take my bead, I'm going to tie it on the end, and you have a little bit of leeway here, so you're going to want to leave a bit of a tail. Not too long. You don't want it scratching on the inside. Just about that much. So my bead is tied on. So now when I pull it back through, give it a good, just a little tug to make sure it's solid. Now the string is connected to the soundboard, goes through the sound hole, and I can feed it through here to finish stringing. Now, the thing about feeding it through, put it through the hole. I'm gonna pull it, and I'm gonna leave about 3 fingers width. So, I'm so sorry this video is a little bit janky, but it's not even really showing up my fingers. 3 fingers width, and that's how much slack I'm leaving there. Then I take the other part of the string and I'm going to feed it through. So I still have that much lax so that I can curl it. I fed it through, so now I know for sure it's not going to slip out here. Now I'm going to hold this down so that as I turn the peg, it's going to coil under. We don't want it to coil on top. This little string is going to coil and coil and coil. You want the string that's attached here to be feeding under. That way it remains with this kind of pressure to hold it into place here. I hope that makes sense to you. But I gotta kind of hold it taut a little bit first. This might be a little bit too much string. Always wind from the inside out. So I'm really watching it to make sure it goes under. Okay, it's feeding under, it's good. And so now I'm getting some sound, so I'll stop it for now. I have a lot of extra because these are actually made for tenor. But this is a concert. Oh, look at that. I've got, well, almost enough. I got enough to experiment on a little soprano. How about that? Then all you do is continue with the rest of the strings and you're good to go. So I hope this video has been informative to let you know how very special your Romero Creations instrument is and just how easy it is to change the strings.